One of the very best configurations of the Rolex Day-Date is the olive green dial reference in 40mm case and Everose gold configuration with the President bracelet. And when you start to look at what this watch has to offer, you immediately realize why this piece is so special and spectacular. I've previously reviewed and showcased on my channel the exact same olive green Day-Date but in white gold. So this time, what we have is something a little more special. And why is it so? Let's take a look into that as well. Let's start off with the flesh of 18 karat Everose gold, which is beautiful and elegant at the same time. Now why I say it is elegant is because of the shade of the metal that the Everose has to offer. It is warmer than stainless steel and white gold, but a lot colder or cooler, or let's say lesser yellower than yellow gold. So what you experience with the Everose gold watch is that it has ever so slightly blink and presence on the wrist, without being too loud and in your face as you would experience with the yellow gold. Then there's that size of 40mm, which is just the perfectly sweet spot for a large community of watch enthusiasts. If you have owned or experienced the Rolex DJ41 and DJ36, you might have run into dilemma of one being a touch too big and other being a little too small, leaving no option for you in the Rolex Datejust range to find the size that you can call home. Well, you have the Day-Date in 40mm, which could give you the best of both worlds. In terms of exact size comparison with the Rolex Datejust 41, I did a separate video on my channel previously, where I also share the specifics in terms of the size for the Day-Date too. If you're interested in those details, the link to that video is on the top right corner of your screen. There's that fluted bezel that plays with the light simply beautifully. Due to the dimensional difference with the Datejust range, the experience of the fluted bezel with the Day-Date on the wrist is arguably slightly different. So you can't quite say that the Day-Date experience can be had with the DJ on the wrist. There's that beautiful President bracelet, which is special as it is offered only in the Day-Date range. The bracelet comes with a hidden Rolex clasp, which also currently is only offered in the Day-Date range. If you don't know, Rolex actually offered a similar hidden clasp in the Datejust range earlier too, but those were discontinued nearly 10 years ago and replaced with the current generation of clasp on the DJ, making this particular style of the clasp signature to Day-Date. The star of the show here is the spectacular and beautiful dial that doesn't take too long to impress and mesmerize with the play of light and shades of green it has to offer. The olive green dial in itself is special as it's vastly different from the mint green offered in the DJ range. But then there's that Roman numeral indices, giving that signature Day-Date vibes and looks, making this particular timepiece a watch of its own league and like no other Rolex in the catalog. The finish on the dial is sunburst, and to say that it is a beauty to behold is an understatement. On the wrist, the Day-Date wears no less than what you would expect from a masterpiece like this. The beautiful size and proportions add to the looks, and then coupled with the President bracelet, it is simply a pleasure to look at. The Everose gold is subtle and classy. It's not too loud and flashy, and then it's naturally not too understated, and it will not quietly go under the radar. Rather, it offers that subtle and slightly noticeable wrist presence that you would expect when buying this particular model in olive dial. The warmness of the Everose aligning in perfect harmony with the warmness of the olive green is simply a winner combination. And if you wondered all this time why the olive Day-Dates are so popular and sought after, seeing the details under the high-resolution camera, now you possibly know exactly why is this piece so special. And when you say that this is timeless and evergreen, it really doesn't get much more greener than this.